remain standing for the presentation of colors by High Point Central's JROTC, the playing of the national anthem by Miss Marissa Owens, class of 2019, and the Pledge of Allegiance led by Mr. Cochise Lanier. Please remain standing until all the colors have been retired. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. Additionally, everyone, please remember to silence your cell phones.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, in liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Please join me in welcoming our Superintendent, Dr. Sharon Contreras, and our School Board Member, Vice Chair, Mrs. Winston McGregor. Also, please welcome the staff of the Middle College at Bennett, our Girls Council Court President, Ms. Camille LaShure, and our teacher representative, Mr. Cochise Lanier. Welcome to the graduation of the class of 2021 Middle College at Bennett Bells. We are so excited to celebrate this milestone with each of you. Class of 2021, please stand and give your village a roaring round of applause for the love, support, and guidance they have provided you. Thank you. To our current and past staff, please stand. Stand up. Thank you for your support of our young ladies. Now to the beautiful class of 2021. I reflect upon our promise ceremony in September of 2017. Each of you were eager, excited, and full of anticipation about what your Middle College of Bennett experience would entail. Look at you now. I see a similar gleam in your eyes, but this one is about the promise of prosperity and your future. At our pearl ceremony, each of you were gifted a set of pearls, and you still wear them very often. The pearls are a representation that you are one of a kind and one of the world's most beautiful and valued treasures. Please remember that a pearl begins with the most luxurious, the pearl becomes the most luxurious and gets its rich color through pressure. You are walking out of one part of your life that was very structured, offered many lessons and support, and you're stepping into the next chapter that you will have to activate the lessons that you've learned and utilize them. This chapter will define who you are, who you will be, and what is to come. Honor it, take care of it, and always remember that you are a valued treasure. Pressure will come, but it will only make you stronger. Rely on your faith, support system, and the lessons you've learned. I must say, I am so proud of each of you. These past 15 months haven't been easy for any of us, but you persevered. I think back to all the amazing and fun times that we had in the coffee house, and the wonderful smiles on your faces and the laughter that we all shared. Your safe space that you called home for 3 years was shifted. And as a staff, we had to pivot to ensure that regardless of where we were and what was happening, that you knew that we were there for you and that we loved you. My heart aches for the loss of the connection and engagement that the pandemic brought us. But I believe that it was all for a purpose. Over the past 4 years, you all have accomplished so many things to be proud of and that we're proud of and that your families are proud of. As a class, you took approximately 500 total transferable hours at Bennett, which equates to 165 college courses that will be transferred. That is awesome. You earned over 1,500 service learning hours, and you stayed engaged throughout the pandemic by attending drive-thrus at United Way, attending monthly sessions on branding, transitioning from high school to college, essay and resume writing, as well as you work to build relationships with your LINCS mentors, just to name a few things that we did. I am proud to announce that our 26 young ladies were accepted into 248 colleges and universities. And they have earned over $2 million in scholarships. Class of 2021, you have really made us proud. You've endured a pandemic. I'm sorry. I thought I did all the crying earlier. Watched turbulence and chaos unfold in front of your very eyes. Nevertheless, you stayed focused on the goal. In the words of Amanda Gorman, the new dawn blooms as we free it. For there is always light if we're only brave enough to see it, if we're only brave enough to be it. Be the light. And I love each and every one of you as if you were my own. You will now hear from our Girls Council Court President, Ms. Camille LaShore. Whenever Camille has been needed for anything, any task to serve on any committee or board, she has never hesitated to say yes. She's soft-spoken and humble, but she's always willing to share her ideas and be a supportive listener and peer for her peers. During Camille's junior year, she experienced a major health crisis, and it was difficult for her to imagine her senior year, and still she had to deal with the pandemic. However, she has shown perseverance. Camille received 32 college acceptances. and over $698,000 in scholarships. She continues to strive for excellence in all that she does and keeps a positive attitude. Camille is leaving the Middle College at Bennett with a 4.22 GPA. She will attend the illustrious North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University, where she will major in business management and minor in elementary education. I would like to ask Camille's parents to please stand. Thank you.
Good evening, friends, family, staff, and my lovely Bennett Bells. My name is Camilla Shore, and it has been my pleasure to serve as the Girls Council Court President for this past school year. When Dr. Maxwell informed me I would have the duty of giving the charge to the senior class, I was overjoyed, overwhelmed, and believe it or not, lost for words. I started thinking the next day about what I could say, but nothing came. Everything sounded cliche or just not right. And then on May 1st of 2021, at 3:33 a.m., the statement, "Destined for greatness," came to my mind, and so did this class. Being destined for greatness does not mean you won't have any challenges. Bells, we are destined for greatness because we succeed in spite of those challenges which are meant to make us fail. Since we are destined for greatness, we create our own reality rather than conform to what society has limited us to or prescribed for our lives. Throughout these past 4 years, we have learned, matured, bonded, and witnessed each other grow. While we have had a great time, we have also had some lows. The most obvious one being COVID-19, which took away our home at Bennett and completely altered our senior year. But we have prevailed by being optimistic and hopeful for change. Now look at us. We are having an in-person graduation. My late grandfather, Clayton Totten, was always intrigued by numbers and their meanings. When the thought of being destined for greatness came to my mind, specifically at 3:33 a.m., I knew I had to find out the meaning. The number 333 represents joy and change. It is the angel number that helps guide the fulfillment of life's purpose. Things are different and will continue to be. We will no longer be together daily. We will meet new people, go new places, and create memories, new memories. However, we will always have this sisterhood and the great times we've shared with the faculty and staff who have become family. I'm sure you all remember our Friday morning dances in the caf with Miss Moody, our crazy story times and quizzes with Miss Crosby, those formula dump sheets with Miss Leach, and what about the dress code violations and SAT words with Miss Mingo? Mr. Lanier's corny jokes, the tireless schedule changes with Miss Faison, running errands for Miss Whitaker, singing with Miss Braswell, or building relationships with the new staff. Oh, and let's not forget Dr. Maxwell's unforgettable lectures, most recently the ones about being lights, camera, and action ready. Let these nostalgic moments of genuine support shown through honesty, respect, and love continue to be the foundation and guideposts for everything you do in life. As we work towards our dreams of being psychologists, military psychologists, detectives, members of Congress, web developers, politicians, CEOs, fashion designers, teachers, activists, or even an international superstar, I charge you to keep going no matter the circumstances, because our lives are shifting as we embark upon the next chapter of our story. As I come to a close, I would like you to remember these 3 key things. 1, protect your brand. Work hard to protect the brand of you. Don't let anyone or anything tarnish your core and reputation, because once the image is smeared, cleanup is hard. 2, be present. If this year has taught us anything, it's been that in a blink of an eye, life as we know it can change. Celebrate those you hold dear now. Enjoy each moment, because even the smallest things can make a difference. And lastly, 3, begin with the end in mind. Envision who you want to be and what you want out of life. Take the necessary steps by creating short-term goals that will lead you to your dream destination. As we end this chapter of high school and start the next, whether it's college or the workforce, do it with joy, because when you are destined only for greatness, nothing can stop you. Congratulations again, my Bennett sisters. I wish you Godspeed to success. I love you, and I'll see you at the top.
Thank you so much, Camille, for those wonderful words. We now prepare for the awarding of the diplomas. We ask that you all be mindful of the dignity of this commencement ceremony by celebrating in an appropriate manner. When Mr. Lanier begins to call the next bell's name, please silence your applause so that each student and family gets to enjoy this momentous occasion. Parents, you may meet your graduates in the back outside following the ceremony. Dr. Contreras, Mrs. McGregor, will you all please join me at the podium, and Mr. Lanier? Ushers, please have our seniors rise. She wants you to stand with us.
Zizi Pilar Beatty. Akila Sue Bullard. Tierra Lene Birch. Lauren Butler. Sophia Lee Clark. Anaya Sharon Culver. Jada Nicole Dunn. Sharice Edwards. Marilyn Afiba Gadabeku. Logan Gunthrop. Jaden Ariel Hargett. Shanice Hughes Morgan. Anaya Lakita Monet Jackson. Mariana Deanna Jackson. Camille Nicole LaShore. Zion Sinai Victoria Luster. Sanaya Lauren Lyles. Trinity Matthews. Imepa Pompo. Angelica Danielle Porter. Jada Sellers. Esperanza Amaya Schaffner. Layla Liani Smith. Jayla Kimura Tate. Chloe Lenice Taylor. Biani Washington.
Dr. Contreras, join me at the podium. These students have met all requirements for graduation and are recommended for their high school diplomas. Ushers, can you please have the girls stand?
Young ladies, by the power granted me by the state of North Carolina and the Guilford County Board of Education, and upon receiving verification of your credentials by the faculty of your school and your principal, Dr. Maxwell, I offer my personal congratulations and recognize you with all the rights and privileges as graduates of the Middle College at Bennett. You may now turn your tassels.
They did it, guys. They did it in the midst of everything that happened. They did it, and you have every reason to be proud of them and to celebrate. Now, we will recess out. Young ladies, you will head out. Music, please. Music. And you will pick up your diplomas. Thank you all.